What's good, everybody? It's your boy Joe B1, your favorite rap and black series collector and hip hop Jedi. Welcome to another episode of Taungsdays. Am I right? Right here on the Fan Force Alliance channel. I appreciate you for joining. Today, we're going to be talking about something that has already been talked about a lot, and that is the Acolyte. Now, I know we've talked about it a lot. Oh my goodness, the Acolyte this, the Acolyte that, blah, 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 blah. But now that we're like a few weeks out, I kind of want to take like a cooler head look at it, and maybe offer some opportunity for people who have been on the fence and haven't checked out the series yet and been reading a lot of the commentary. Maybe this will give you the nudge just to go check it out and form your own opinion. So we're just going to do a quick pass by overview of my perspective on the story as a whole and why I think it's worth checking out, even if it's not the best series or the best media in Star Wars. It is by far not the worst, and it is a completely enjoyable experience and entertaining, in my opinion. And we're gonna kind of go over why I believe that. So, again, thank you for joining us on Taungsdays. Am I right? Let's go ahead and get into it. The first thing I wanted to touch on is the figures. I have been really, really pleased with these figures. I don't have them set on their dedicated shelf yet. They're still on my desk shelf because I keep on messing with them. I'm missing OSHA, but yeah, I'm very pleased with the figures. The attention to detail, all the Jedi come with robes. They're just fantastic, man. They did a really great job. So, like the series or not, the figures are fantastic. Objectively, they're great. So, that is one reason why I think we should cool off a little bit on some of the Acolyte hate. Secondly, I know a lot of people may not feel this way, but in my opinion, the where the series may be lacking in terms of like pacing and a lot of stuff may have felt rushed to some people, or some of the acting might not have felt quite right to some people. All that stuff, a lot of that stuff is subjective, right? There were things that I was like, I had to go back and rewatch a couple of times to really wrap my head around it all. But I was able to kind of develop my own, thoughts around how the story played out, independently of what everybody was saying online. Um, do I feel like some of it played out a little bit fast? Yeah. Do I feel like they ruined uh canon? Absolutely not. It's an entertaining story, slightly outside of what we already know, that kind of adds some context to what's going to happen in the future. And that's the purpose of the show, to show how maybe the Sith are able to kind of hide out in the shadows. We get to see almost everything from this light side perspective. So we don't really know, how the Sith and other Force users and Force sensitive people were doing and living life. And this is a world building, context giving series. So in that regard, it's all right. You know what I mean? It's pretty good. And is it the best? I'm not going to say that. I don't think it's on par with like Mando season 1, in my opinion. But I would put it up in the, it's enjoyable. It's entertaining. It's fun. It's different. It offers us kind of a different look into the Star Wars universe. And a lot of us have been begging for that. So again, I'm not saying that people's subjective experience is not relevant. Hey, you didn't like it. Cool. That objectively, it works. It works within the universe. The stories work. The characters work. And I think it opens the door for some more fun and big things in the future. And if you don't agree, that's okay. And I'd like to hear what you think in the comments. So if you have some thoughts and you can keep it civil, drop me a comment. Let me know. I'd love to have a conversation about it. And to dive a little more into the story elements of it, or more particularly the character development, there are certain characters from this show that to me just scream Star Wars, like Master Soul, Kymer, Indara, Vernestra even. There's just Yord and Jecki. I mean, there's so many bits and elements throughout this show that, in my opinion, just scream Star Wars. I mean, they are very, very Star Wars characters. Now, did we get to spend a lot of time with all these characters? No. And you know, for fans that really want to get to know Yord and Jeki and Indara and Kelnaka and some of those other great characters better, they're gonna have some corresponding comic books and novels that kind of give them a chance to be fleshed out. Um, and who knows what the future holds too. You know, if we ever get an Acolyte season 2, maybe they utilize elements of this flashback thing to help kind of build more on those guys. And if not, oh well. Like I said, they were great characters. They helped tell the story that was being told to us. And again, were they Revenge of the Sith Obi-Wan? No, but they worked and they were fine, and it wasn't anything to be outraged about. So, and we're going to touch on outrage here in just a second too. Why are you so mad? Why is everybody so mad? And not everybody, but everybody in the mad community. Why are you guys really that mad? You know, there's stuff going on in the world that really matters. There's people out there dealing with real problems, real stuff that's really harmful, and you guys are getting upset to the point of like vitriol online over an entertainment property that is pretty mild sauce, to be honest with you. It's kind of, it's ridiculous. It's hilarious. It's so many different things. And I'm almost entertained by it. But at the same time, I'm troubled for some of you folks that have allowed this TV show, which is all right. You know, it's pretty good. You guys have allowed it to create this kind of stirred up anger and frustration about obviously other things. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it all the way 100, okay? If you're mad about something, be mad about that, man. Don't come over here into the Star Wars world, even if you're a Star Wars fan, and try to start mixing cocktails of like your own personal bias and issues and other things about life, politics or whatever, and then throwing it into the mix of Star Wars in order to kind of create like this ugly conversation or whatever the case may be, or whatever your motivations may be. I don't even understand. So, around Obi-Wan, let's keep it straight, all right? We're talking Star Wars, all right? If at any point this becomes about like your personal agenda to like eliminate wokeness or whatever the case may be, like, okay, man, go on to the Reddit Joe Rogan forums and have a blast. I don't care. It doesn't matter that much to me how you feel about it in terms of your personal political views. But don't come over to the Star Wars fandom pages and groups with the purpose of trying to stir up the pot, because that isn't beneficial. And if it's really made you that mad, what you need is therapy. What you need is to talk to a professional and not take it out on people, okay? Because one day you're going to try and take it out on the wrong one. This I can guarantee, at least if you do it around me. So all that being said, listen, if you don't like the Acolyte, it's fine. That alone is fine. Don't like it. Have fun conversations about it with people who do like it, or whatever. You know, that's fine. I'm just here to say that the show, from an objective point of view, and for someone who has been a fan from the early 80s till now, that what we have in the Acolyte is a decent show with some entertaining stuff. And I think that as time goes on, that a lot of the online stuff that got stirred up is going to be looked back on by the fandom as a whole as kind of hilarious, like in a pitiful way. So, congratulations. I feel bad for you. Because why not just enjoy stuff, you know? And if you don't like it, why not move on and enjoy something else, rather than to, you know, pee in someone's Wheaties or whatever the case may be. But yeah, anyways, guys, it's your boy Joe B1. It's been another episode of Taungsdays. Am I right? I hope you enjoyed. Keep an eye on things soon. I got a lot of new shows and content coming out for y'all, including a new podcast series I'm working on called Children of the Trials, the podcast. Maybe a month or two out, you know, but I'm working on getting some guests in to kind of make it a fun experience. So I appreciate everybody for showing your support in the meantime, for Taungsdays and for all of the content on the Joby One page, for everything that we're doing here on the Fan Force Alliance. You guys as fans are really what it's about. So we appreciate you to the fullest, and we always will. Much love. May the force be with you. You guys have a great day.